This is a quick run through of the Martus Authenticon prototype. At the moment, if you want to go to it, it's on an IP address, which is 52.48.1.222. And you see a space to put a fingerprint in. So you put your fingerprint in, validates as you go. This is one of your sample ones. And at the bottom, you can see there's an option to change encoding methods. There's a different choice. If we quickly run through them, 10 icons is the one that you started with. So if we hit go, we've split the fingerprint up into 10 groups of 4, and we've used your icons, which are just these dummy ones for the time being, but the mechanism is there, so you could drop your own icons in. 14 icons uses 14 of them, but you can see it only uses 3 digits per group. And the advantage of that is you'd only need 1,000 different images, not 10,000 different images, which I think would probably be a lot easier. The Yang hierarchy is Yang Chen's Python method, which produces a kind of 4-digit digest as a first check, and then 3 numbers as a second check, and then as a third check splits them up into 10 groups of 4 again. So you're checking the whole number, but you've at least got some confidence at the beginning that it's the number is likely to be the same. And then there's a couple of new methods. This one is the default, called 3 icons memory. And what you can see is that it takes the fingerprint and converts it into 3 words and pictures, which is nice and easy to communicate over the phone. And the reason that that's possible is that, which is the idea that popped up right at the end of the session, is that it's time constrained. So in this case, it hasn't converted the fingerprint directly into these things. It has simply generated a random set of 3 icons, and there's only 50 odd of them, so you get about 175,000 combination. But stored that fact and will hold it for 24 hours after the last time it was touched. All of the numbers are tweakable. What that means is if you try your key fingerprint and somebody else does the same, you will get the same answer. So, for example, if we modify this one, let's say to change the first digit to 2, you'll see we'll get a different sequence. If I put it back to 3, you can see it's back to the same sequence again. If I waited 24 hours, didn't touch it, and then came back with that key, I would get a different sequence. But the way you described the use case, that seemed like that would be okay. And this method will cope with the maximum number of different combinations within a 24-hour period, which is 175,000, so hopefully the volume wouldn't be an issue. The last method is called 3 words, and it's for test purposes, it's the same thing, but with just the words and not the icons.